Alright, Alfred Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV, talking Migos and Makonnen here. For those who don't remember, back in a Rolling Stone interview, and by the way, those Rolling Stone interviews are so sketchy. If you're an artist, like I said earlier, do not do any text interviews, especially if you know you're an artist that doesn't have the best vernacular when you talk. Stop doing text interviews where you know your words can get misconstrued, alright? Okay, so the Migos were doing an interview with the Rolling Stone. And they were asked about I Love Makonnen pretty much receiving support after coming out of the closet, pretty much. Alright, Makonnen has come out and said he's gay. Alright, woo, news, like we didn't know it. Alright, and then Offset, he added a comment saying that's because the world is fucked up. Alright, so remember, this is Migos Donald Glover appreciation. This is Bad and Bougie at the height. Like, this is where they going everywhere, and it's wall to wall screaming Bad and Bougie word for word. So then the Migos had to come back and make a statement because they didn't want to lose their momentum they were having at the time. We are all fans of Makonnen's music, and we wish he didn't feel like he ever had to hide himself before attempting to clarify their words by rephrasing that the world is fucked up and that people feel like they have to hide who they are. So they're clearing that statement up. Alright, so now Makonnen has did an interview. And by the way, I've never heard Quavo, Offset, or Takeoff say the word clarify or any of those terms. So obviously it was some media stuff. The team put out a statement. I'm just joking around here. Anyways, Makonnen did an interview with the Fader, an exclusive, and he said this: you see how friends do in interviews? With friends like these, who needs enemies? And now you got to come back with some sorry ass excuse? Nah. The only reason why y'all apologize was because you had the number one record and you didn't want to fuck it up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Makonnen's right here. That's the truth. That's the truth. The Migos meant what they said. When they said the world is fucked up, maybe they don't believe in the gay movement or whatever, the gay community. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. All this covering it up and all that was media training. Look, they had late night television. They couldn't mess it up with that kind of comment because nobody is going to let them want to perform late nights. That's where the money's at. That's where the big performances where you grow your fan base. It had to be said. You had to retract those comments. And just looking at it from Makonnen's perspective, I wouldn't consider those guys friends. Absolutely. Now, I know the Migos have a huge fan base out there. A lot of people not going to like this. But they meant what they said. Now listen, where I stand on the gay, lesbian, transgender community, do what you do. But I also have the right to not be for it. And I feel like we're entering a very weird space when we feel like people don't have their rights to be against something. No, just as much as people is for stuff, I'm for progression and letting people do what they do. But I do have the right to not be for something. And I feel like the Migos tried to cover that up because they had the number one record and just couldn't afford any bad media at the time. What do you think? Does Makonnen have a point? Does this interview where the Migos retracted their comments and said, look, we just wish you would have came out and be who you was at first? Does that sound genuine, or does Makonnen have a point? Does that sound like some stage media savvy shit, media trained comment that they had to make just to keep the number one song? Talk to me in the comment box below. Alfred Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@ismrteleferro.com. Again, that's booking@ismrteleferro.com.